Ready?
Right.
Okay.
Probably one of your best games of the season. Your boys gave everything, but yet got any points, sadly.
Sure. It's the usual close but no cigars, isn't it? I would go further and say one of the best games of the season. I thought it was our best performance of the season. Thought we really did play well. You know, we were very pleased at half-time with the team's performance, and that carried on into the second half. But it's a bitter blow after getting what we thought was a deserved equaliser to have to concede that second goal from the unfortunate corner kick and take away that point that we thought we were more than worth. But it's football, we have to learn to live with that. There's nothing I can say about it, but I do honestly believe that was a very good team performance, and on another day would have got us that point, or with luck even more.
A bit unlucky with the VAR call as well. From my observation, obviously they gave it as a push, but if you look the second half as well, there was a point there where you were attacking and the referee just waved off your man and just gave a corner. But we wish that could have happened.
Well, I don't want to get involved in those things. The only point I'll make, and I've made it many times already, as you've probably heard, is that, you know, there's been such a hoo-ha about Arsenal's supposed third goal against us, which should have won them the game, and what a wicked mistake VAR made. All I'll say to you is the foul at the near post, in that instance where MacArthur is just completely bundled over for the player who bundles him over to flick the ball on into the middle of the goal, that was a much clearer and worse, if you like, foul, which luckily, I think, for us, the VAR picked up. But it wasn't a mistake from VAR, and I don't think this was a mistake from VAR today either. There was a foul at the near post. Jordan did, unfortunately, push Lovren, and the VAR picked it up and disallowed the goal. So in my opinion, both goals are rightly disallowed.
Okay. Another question.
Roy, you've had a very tough run, of matches recently. Are you looking forward a bit more brighter to the next run of games? I mean, you've had some real tough teams to come up against in the last few weeks, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. I don't know quite how to answer it though, because I know some of these games coming up will be very difficult for us as well. You know, Burnley and Watford away, the Bournemouths, the Brightons. These are very, very tough games too. And, you know, we aren't Liverpool or Man City who have got the technical ability to blow these teams away, and you know, players like Mane who scores goals for fun, or Salah who scores goals for fun. We have to work hard for all of our victories, be them against the top teams or the bottom teams. So to say I'm looking forward to the games will be a mistake, especially with regard to why we're in the Premier League. You know, I go back a long way with Crystal Palace, and there's probably still a few guys out there watching the game today who go back a long way. You know, from teams like Barrow and Gateshead and Accrington Stanley and Bradford Park Albion, which was the fare I was brought up on, to be playing year after year against the Liverpools, the Chelseas, the Arsenals, the Man United. That is in itself something that you really should appreciate, look forward to, and you shouldn't ever, in my opinion, be in any way critical of the fact that, well, we've been handed a tough programme, we've had 5 top teams in a row and we haven't been able to beat them. I think you should be able to shrug that off to some extent, as long as your performances are satisfactory, and make certain that if there's any positives from those performances you can take forward, and I believe there are, they're going to come forward into the matches we have now. But for this club to have 7 consecutive years in the Premier League is a good achievement, but we are desperate to make it 8, and as you rightly say, we're going to need to do that by getting points in the games that are coming up, and not be beating ourselves up too much because we weren't able to get a point against Liverpool today.
Okay.
Roy, Joe Ward picked up another injury. You worried this one might be a bit more serious than the one he did at Chelsea? He looked in a lot of pain.
Yep, I'm worried because it was a knee-to-knee clash near the touchline, but I can't enlighten you for obvious reasons. He'll have to be assessed, and that probably won't take place until Monday now, and he'll be having a total examination of the knee injury that he's got then, and we'll find out the extent of it. But it's If it's going to be an injury which takes a period of time, it's one we can ill afford, because as everybody here knows who follows us, that's an area of the squad where we don't have as much backup as we do, for example, in the midfield area, where we have quite a lot of players fighting for a place. In fact, today, we weren't planning to replace Joel Ward, we were planning to give Joel McCarthy his chance to come on alongside Sloop and replace our two unbelievably hard-working midfield players to the side of Luca. But that had to be cancelled, that plan, of course, when Joel went down, and Martin had to come in and be a substitute for him, deputise for him.
That's all.
On a brighter note, more optimistic note, first goal of the season for Wilf, I believe.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will get his eye in. I mean, he's drawn some criticism from various causes for not scoring enough goals.
Yeah. I think drawing criticism from quarters when it comes to being a professional football player is part and parcel of the job. It's something which you have to learn to live with. I think the most important criticisms that Wilf needs to take to heart are any criticism that will come from myself or my coaching staff vis-a-vis the job we're asking him to do. Today he was very good. Today he was certainly back to, in my opinion, his best form. I've not really seen him playing games against top-level opposition much better than he did today, and that gives me great heart and hope for the future, because we believe in him. He's not just loved by the fans, he's loved by the players and the coaching staff as well, because we know what he can do. But he also needs to understand, which he does, that it's a big responsibility, and we are all looking for him to give these sort of performances and to score the goal that he did score. And I know he's very disappointed he didn't make it 2, because that was a really good chance he got at the end from Townsend. Wonderful through ball.
Okay, thank you. We'll leave it there.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.